Oh, it was the Millewa Football League Grand Final and the excitement at Lake Colour Lorraine. And to join me is none other than Matt Kelly, who was just doing everything on the day, up in the scoreboard and running around, making sure everyone was happy on the beautiful facility. Matt, how are you?
Yeah, good. Thanks, Flowman. It was an exceptional day last Saturday at the lake, and big crowd, and biggest crowd we've seen at the grand final for a number of seasons. So it was a great day. Sun was shining, and there was some really good games of netball and football.
Yeah, 22 degrees, I'm told, and a beautiful day for sport. The oval in great condition, and then, of course, catering was done too. I think Cardos had the bar, and might have been the Gol Gol folk had the food. So, did they run out of food and drink apparently at one point? They undercatered because they didn't expect such a massive crowd.
Yeah, I think it was certainly a big crowd, so they certainly had to head for some more supplies at a couple of stages, which is a great sign of a successful day. I think when you've got plenty of people around there and lots of demand for the food and drink stalls.
And I think this underwrites the Millewa, and the fact that the grand final is at the lake, and I think that there's something about that needs to be kept in place, because quite often when you see clubs that are coming, and many of the clubs and a lot of the players do actually come out of Mildura for the Millewa, but I think the fascination of the league is that it's still like a one-team football situation where you've only got a seniors competition, but people get to come out into the country around a beautiful setting at the lake, and the grand final well attended by all clubs, and all clubs represented too, which is another good factor on the day. Let's have a look though at how the footy ended up. It was a magnificent win. They've been probably, again, the best side. I guess they have been, because they've won the flag. Bambill 12-12-84 to Gol Gol 11-5-71. They took over the early season leadership of Cardros on the table, and they've really come to play in the grand final in a massive game of football that had everything in it after half time as Gol Gol closed in.
Yeah, it was a really good game of footy, man. So it was a real spectacle. The Gol Gol actually started particularly well, kicking the first 3 goals of the game. So they certainly did everything they needed to do there as far as getting off to a flyer. But Bambill came back pretty strong in the rest of that first quarter to be in front at quarter time, and the game was probably won in the towards the latter part of the first quarter, and Bambill's probably dominance at the second quarter. Bambill were able to kick 5 goals in the second quarter to Gol Gol's 2 to lead by 5 goals at half time, and after that, Gol Gol probably well and truly outplayed Bambill in the second half. So Bambill did pretty well to hold on. I don't think they would have been wanting the game to go much longer. So. It was a 13-point win to Bambill, but well deserved. Gol Gol certainly could hold their heads up high, and have had a good season and played a solid final.
They did. Had some good recruits. Ben Morris and also Bailey Pengelly came out of Oyen, and were really good. Ben, particularly best for his side. Logan McKinnon kicked 2 goals on the day. Nathan Hurrah, he got the award for the best on ground in the grand final. Luke Stanbrook 4 and Michael Hurrah 3. They just had a little bit more power up front. In the end, Bambill, that goal kicking prowess which we talked about last week, Gareth Collinson only just the 1 goal. That really may have told the story, as we did mention in our pre-game preview.
Yeah, I think you're right there. Bambill worked too strong, and with a nice day was good for high marking forwards, and Bambill was probably strength of their game, so they certainly capitalised on that. And I guess the Gol Gol weren't probably quite full strength in their forward line, just not able to get the goal kicking power they have in other weeks. So full marks to Bambill there.
Oh, what about it in the women's competition? Your girls, the Werribee Magpies, they were way too good in the grand final, and they come home with the trophy, and they come home also with the best player on the ground, which was Lorraine Lewison. What a great performance from the Werribee ladies.
Yeah, they dominated the game. Pretty much the whole game they had it well and truly in control, and ended up running out tough, big winners. Lorraine Lewison continued winning ways. She obviously won the league medal announced last week, she's certainly an outstanding player. She was the best on ground on the grand final day, which is a real feather in her cap. Then there was some plenty of other good players for Werribee too. Steph Johns was particularly good up forward, and Marley Hards, and Shanika Kirby with her usual dash was great. She's a big fan of getting the ball tucking under a wing and taking off and taking 2 or 3 bounces and taking them on. So she was is always exciting to watch. So the Werribee girls were big winners there and deserved their flag.
Yeah, and a very good performance from Marley Hards because over the season she was, I think, got close to 50 goals in the end with the finals added into her 40 in the home and away. So it's a great effort from her. And a good performance on the netting court. Your girls were victorious in the A-grade netball, and they come home with another pennant, which is a great effort from the Werribee Magpies.
Yeah, that was a super game of netball and a real spectacle in the A grade. Millewa went into the game possibly slight favourites, having the wood over Werribee during the season. It was a great game and a great result for the Werribee girls, getting up by a solitary goal. Millewa sort of led most of the game by 2 or 3 at times, and then sort of Werribee got back in front, and I think the last quarter the lead changed 5 times, so it was a bit of a nail biter. It was a great stand of netball. Nanji girls can certainly be very proud of their efforts, but they're horribly disappointing. It has been quite some time since they've won an A grade pennant. For the Werribee girls, Cassie Morris was judged the best of court, playing in defence. So she had a great game. So a great way to finish the season off with a one goal grand final.
It was the B grade you lost to Bambill. It wasn't much in it, but they were too good for your girls.
They were. Yes, but Bambill have been very strong in the B grade this season, and they were too good. They won that game fairly comfortably, and for Werribee, I guess, Team Edwards is quite strong through the centre court. The Bambill girls, their shooters were very strong, and they were able to hold off Werribee, who finished well, but gave up too big a lead at half time.
And the C grade, it's you're the number 1 ticket holder of the C grade at the Werribee girls, so you'd be pretty much the toast of the town for these ladies.
Oh, the C grade girls are they're still celebrating. They had a great season again, and only lost the 1 game, which was the second semi in the semi final against Bambill. They were able to get over Bambill in that game. It was an interesting game. The Werribee was up by, it was 9 actually at quarter time, and then the lead was, I think, brought back to about 3 at half time. And but the second half, Werribee opened up again, and were able to run out comfortable winners with Louis Poynton as the goal shooter, outstanding for Werribee in that game.
Well, what about the junior grades, the 18s and the 15s? My girls from Moringa were victorious over your girls in the 18s, bragging rights to the Kangaroo girls over the Magpies at Lake Colourlane.
Yeah, well done to Moringa and their girls. They had a huge amount of support there for their junior netball sides on Saturday, so it was great to see and great atmosphere. So Moringa rather. Won that game quite comfortably in the end. Zanahama was really good for the Moringa side. Grace Kelly played a great game in the centre for Werribee. Moringa were by far and away the best side in the under-18 competition this year. So they certainly deserve their win there, and they'll be very happy they won that flag last year as well. So good on the Moringa girls there.
Well, and the good form continues for their junior girls because they've been able to pull off another netty win in the 15s, and this was a terrific performance.
Yeah, they were underdogs, the under-15 Moringa girls. They came into the game against Gol Gol, who were warm favourites, and they were they certainly were up against it. But the Moringa girls, they led early and stayed in front. Gol Gol didn't really have too many answers. Once again, I think the Moringa support there and the noise they were making was certainly buoyed their team, and they won that game. So they'd be they're very, very, very happy with that one. They certainly, when you win those ones, when you're not favourite, it makes it a little bit sweeter.
And it's great for the club and for the future. A lot of recruiting, I'm told, already on the go for the Werribee Magpie men's and the Moringa Kangaroos. Were there a few recruitment scouts were even out on grand final day, they tell me?
Oh, I saw lots of names going into little notepads on Saturday. Man, there was lots of close checking of quality players around the place, and lots of conversations around the perimeter of the oval as well. So it was, both Werribee and Moringa are really active and looking to improve their showings for next year, which is a really good sign. If we can get those two sides back up and more competitive, it'll make the whole competition even stronger.
As strong as it is, record-type crowd and for recent memory at the Lake for the grand final. Was it a good night at the Lake? Many people stopped in, and did it then continue? Yeah,
there was all sorts of celebrations happening all over the place, man. So there was certainly some good spirits in the around the Lake area, and some celebrations back in Mildura as well at various functions at various venues. So it was a great way to finish the season, and well done to those sides that won a flag, and those sides that didn't win, I guess, to making it such a spectacle, and such a wonderful day at Lake Coleraine.
Well done to the Millewa, and also to the Sunraysia Women's and the Millewa Netball for a terrific day. And to Matt Kelly, well done to you. We really enjoyed your segments this year. It's been fascinating to hear this new competition on 96.9, to cover it here on The Flow, and I look forward to doing it again next year, hopefully with you, if we can get you back, get you off that tractor after you get tractor legs from reaping a big bumper harvest after a big drop of rain that's come through again. You couldn't be any happier.
No, that's all right. Looking forward to a good season out this way, and it's been a great season, and as always, Flowman, all I can say to wrap the season up is go Fires.